Well, we're back here again at the Black Guitar Workshop, and I've got a Squier Fender Affinity Strat that I bought years ago, secondhand for about $100. At that time, I replaced the whole board with new pickups and a new piece, and I soldered this, and I found that this is loose. We're going to have to go in and get that resoldered so that it's working all the time. I'm also going to, while I'm here, replace the tuners with these black locking tuners, and we're going to do the hardware all black. And I've got a new jack coming that's black that I'm going to solder in to fix that up. And we'll replace the guitar strap holders with black ones. It's going to be a little bit of a project with the soldering that has to be done. We'll bring you all up to date on that. So we'll be back in a little while with that. Now there's the back of the black locking tuners. To lock the strings, you use these screws. You loosen them up, put the string through, then tighten them up, and that lines them up and locks them up so they can't slide out, which is very nice. And then we'll flip it over and show you the front, how that come out. And then we've got the black string trees that are going to go in there soon. All right, we're back at the Squier Placid Lake Blue. We've changed the tuners. I think we mentioned that before. And put the black ones, self-locking, not self-locking, but locking tuners. Those are done. And the black string ties there. And now we got to get into the dreaded world of soldering. I have a loose connection here, and I have to take that out. And I got a new black one that we're going to replace that with. So the first thing we need to do is to remove the old. I'm going to mark the new one so I get the wires in the right place. And I'm going to do that by looking at the old one. Da-da-da. So there we are. Now that's out. Now, oops, didn't mean to kick everybody around here. Let's take a close look. Now, there's a red wire and a white wire. And the red wire is going to the nearest pickup. And the white one is going under. So we got to mark. I'm going to mark with a red marker on the new one so that we know the top one which is this one, is where the red wire is going to go. So we want the red wire to go there, and the marker isn't marking it worth a damn. Oh, here we go. Okay. So now we've got that marked well enough so that we can tell the difference from one to the other. The next thing we got to do is set up the soldering gun. Here in my soldering tray, and get it heated up so we can disconnect the old and get the new one connected in there. So we gotta go to the plug. So we gotta desolder this and get ready to put the red one to this side and the white one to that side. And we'll be ready. It's still warming up. Seems to take forever to warm up. Anyway, I'll get back to you when this is warm and we're ready to go. Well, we got the soldering done and got this in. It's hooked up. The pickups are picking up. The only thing left to do now is put on the strings and play it. So that's what we'll do now. And I got a set of Black Beauties, 9 to 42, that I'm gonna put on. Well, we got all the electronics hooked up. Everything works. I was just playing it a second ago. Sorry I had to bring you out, but the soldering was just getting too embarrassing for me. I'm terrible at soldering. It's my worst thing. But there's the Squier Stratocaster in beautiful, beautiful Lake Placid blue. It's one of my favorite colors. I went out of my way about 6 years ago when I bought this guitar used. It's got a few dings, you know, and dents where it was dropped and poked around. But I don't care. It was the flavor I wanted. And I put a new loaded pickguard in here with the humbucker and two S pickups. And then you could go back 6 years ago and look up the Lake Placid on Steve Bright. It would be there, the whole full makeover that I did initially. It was a little tough when I first got it, but I really like the way this has come out. And I like having fixed up things. And I like going to the black tuners. I think that adds to the mystique, if you will, of the Squier. Great little guitar, really is. I paid short money for it. I probably put another 100, 150 into it. And I just put on the Black Beauties. Like I had mentioned before, these are 9 to 42. I put them in backwards the first time. I had to do them over. I'm glad I didn't have the video on. But anyway, that's how this looks. And let me sit down there and play a few chords and give you an idea of the finished, real product. And that, my friends, is the humbucker on the bottom, the Lake Placid blue Gorgeous. Front and back. Oh, I buffed up the finger plate. It was a little banged up, but that's all cleaned up. Oh, and we put the black strap buttons on, and I got a new blue strap, navy blue. Kind of goes with it, looks pretty good. Anyway, that's it for today. Have a nice day. Don't get stuck in traffic.